June 14th, 1964. A routine television transmission lost. An astronaut named Bob performs maintenance on a communications satellite. At that precise time, reports showed detection of a newborn wormhole outside Earth's orbit. Bob and the signal disappear. They become entangled as they're transported to an unknown dimension. A jumbled dimension of television signals. A dimension called Domania.
Stuck in Domania is like being stranded on a desert island. Only I'm forced from place to place and subject to countless hours of scrambled digitized films and TV shows and educational programs and PSAs. For the last decade, the only companionship I've had have been unintelligible egos like these two blowhards who don't know the first thing about manners. Hitler, put a sock in it! They're also cognitively impaired. Watch. Hey, Jack, how do we get out of this place?
We're going to climb a giant rocket more than 300 feet tall, the length of this football field.
Why can't you be more like Jack? Without further ado, I'd like to present our first presentation, Screw It. Watch the film.
In this film, we are going to discuss quite frankly the things that are normal and to be expected in the development of children in relation to sex. Parents don't talk freely about sexual matters with their children. They can't. They've been reared in such a way that it's a bugaboo. They don't have enough facts. Parents don't know when or how to begin.
I don't even know at what age to start. When should I begin?
Let us assume that you're one of those lucky ones who can begin at the beginning.
What is it, dear?
I know that the baby grows inside you. That's where Johnny was. But he seems so big. What I wonder is, how does he get out of there?
Let me tell you how it is. There's a special opening just in front of the place where you have your BM. But as you grow, it grows too. Until when you're grown up, it gets to be just about this size. Do you understand?
We control the signal. We control the focus and the button that makes it not so blurry. And when I say we, I mean me. I apologize. I have control issues.
You know we love boxes in the hood, right? Let's go! Get a box, then take that box and stack it up. Tumble my towers, hope you need to back it up. You crazy, what? You know what this is. Stack boxes like the Eiffel Tower, higher than these kids, homie. You got some bite, mine. I got some boxes, mine. Let's put that shit together. Let us spell our name. You know this ain't no game. We made this fucking train, and it won't stop because we pull it with the fucking string. In my hood, they watch movies in boxes, but can't get no tickets. Got it at the box office. Yeah. I made this shit and I'll evict you from your carton. You don't pay your rent. It costs about $1.50. This is Box City. If you act a fool, I'ma unleash that box kitty. That's the truth, not a threat. Keep your cool. I'll take you to a spot up on top of a roof with a pool. Yes, I realize the view may be surprising, but structurally the weight of the pool may be jeopardizing. I'm just saying, if you want to get in the pool, it's up to you. Swim at your own risk. Now, arts and crafts ain't nothing to a gangster, man. You see, these tubes ain't only made for hamsters, man. A G like me uses creativity to turn a couple boxes into an elephant easily. Yeah, you got that placement close, I got that cement eyes. You want that shit to stick, I want that shit to shine. I want that head on mine, I want them ears behind. You gotta get down low and don't you scare my fucking line. Cardboard folds, cardboard meat. Use colorful bread ties, what that cardboard needs. Got my knife to cut down the fold. Got this knife on my last birthday. I'm closing a hole, building a wall. Use up and down strokes to put on peak paint. Zippity-doo, all this house was built today. Y'all the paint up on the roof. Y'all, now we gotta move. Y'all, hop up in the truck and fucking lie low. My homie's in the back, so I'ma fucking drive slow. Yeah, this is for anybody, anywhere, at any time, who think building stuff out of boxes is not gangster. You better recognize.
We control the signal.
This man is a geneticist. We are about to unfold for you an adventure in the world of science, a science that deals with the nature of things. How does nature endow us with so many different traits or characteristics? Well, that's what our show is about. Through the magic of electronics, we're inviting some of the audience to come along with us and join in.
Dr. Baxter.
Oh, yes, hello.
You'll notice I have a white forelock.
And very fashionable.
But I've heard a lot of odd stories about what causes such things.
The fact is, scientists are still not quite sure what to look for.
If scientists couldn't see the genes,
Let's
how could
ask
they be
this scientist.
We have several ways of knowing, Dr. Baxter.
Well, here's what's been puzzling us. Our baby has red hair.
And both of us have brown hair.
No mystery. Every now and then, on rare occasions, nature strikes a wrong key. But the first clue to the workings of heredity was uncovered in a way that might surprise you.
How is that?
By mathematics. You are seeing actual motion pictures of a human egg in the process of fertilization. Many sperm are trying to enter the egg. Only one can fertilize it. When egg and sperm cells like these join, an embryo takes shape. Then, the greatest miracle of all, a baby. And not just any baby, but a baby of a particular kind. A baby with almond-shaped eyes or red hair. Mutations like these are harmful, of course.
That's right.
Right.
Dr. Baxter, everything you've shown us and talked about is heredity. Isn't environment really more important?
Nobody knows. And wouldn't scientists like to think up an experiment that would answer that question?
We control the signal. We control the vertical and the horizontal. We control the diagonal and the zigzagonal.
In this film, we are going to discuss quite frankly the things that are normal and to be expected in the development of children in relation to sex. As children get a little older, there is a behavior pattern that is common to almost all boys and a large number of girls. I'm referring, of course, to masturbation. Let me at this point make a clear-cut scientific statement. Masturbation is harmful. The young child often plays with his genitals.
Shame, that's nasty.
You know better than that.
Oh, honey, you make me so ashamed of you.
And after puberty, masturbation is a common release mechanism for the sex-geared culture.
Every so often I get a strong sex urge, and the only way I can take care of it is to masturbate.
George, I'm really pleased that you can tell me about this. Perhaps it's because we've known each other for so long. The only thing I can tell you as a doctor is that what you're doing is very wrong. From a medical point of view, the genital areas are evil or taboo.
Once you start some things, you just can't stop. And drugs are like that too.
Drugs are like that.
You pick it up and it's hard to drop. And drugs are like that too.
Drugs are like that.
Like a baby going through a phase. And like a player playing in a daze. Yeah, yeah, you break a rule and you have to pay. It may not hurt, but then again it may. Drugs are like that too, you know. Drugs are like that too, I know, no. Drugs are like that.
Step on the line!
This is a sort of a game, not stepping on the lines and cracks. It's kind of fun. Drugs are like that. Drugs can cost you a lot of money. We know all about that. Never mind what they look like they'll do. It's what they might do. Drugs might look terrible and turn out to be great. Drugs are like that, too.
I'm gonna get some cookies.
This is someone who's doing something she's not supposed to.
Oh.
She's not supposed to get into the cookie jar. Drugs are in those cookies.
Well, Jimmy says he knows the safety rules. Rules.
Safety rules. I wonder if he really does.
Drugs are like that, too.
Well, if my fingers didn't get wet, I wouldn't mind it so much. Now I'd like to see if we can summarize what we have presented today.
Masturbation is harmful.
Drugs are in those cookies.
Are cross-dressers afraid of sex?
All cells come from other cells.
It gets to be just about this size.
Close enough. Next time on Domania, we'll uncover how the government has successfully brainwashed people into believing that the suburbs are a great place to live. Until then, remember, although your reasoning is silly and irrational, it's beginning to make sense.